Welcome to Chilling with Kwaksy. Welcome to Chilling with. Welcome to Chilling with Kwaksy. Welcome to Chilling with. When in the mix, yeah, something like that. Yeah, thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. You're watching Chilling with Kwaksy. I'm your host, your favorite show girl, Kwaksy. As you know, we chill with a purpose, and today is no better because we're going to be chilling with one of the most powerful women ever. Did she not win for women empowerment at the South African Heroes Awards? Yes, she did, because she is a mental life coach, a kids coach. But one of the most important things to her is that she is a big sister to every single person that she meets, myself included. And today she's gonna be here chilling with a purpose to actually guide us and tell us what is it about her career that makes her continue to push even though it's hard. So ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for the one, the only, it is Kwanele. Bobby, welcome to the show. Thank you so much for joining us. Like, it has been a long time coming. I mean, now we get to chill with power. How's that?
Thank you so much. Thank you for having me. I love that.
Thank you so much for joining us.
I'm humbled.
Yes, for gracing us with your presence. You know, like, I did mention before that you are a life coach, you are a radio presenter, you are a motivational speaker. Man, oh man. Did you ever think about, you know, like having all of these categories after your name growing up?
Then you're giving me butterflies in my stomach. Oh my God. I have never thought they will all happen at the same time.
Yes.
I would never have the opportunity to actually experience being a life mind coach, being a mentor, being a motivational speaker, being a radio presenter, being a TV presenter.
Yes.
Being a woman empowerment.
Yes.
Second runner-up achiever for South African Heroes Awards.
And the youngest one.
Oh my God. I've always known that I am destined for greatness because this is what I teach other women. This is what I strive for. To tell them that it doesn't matter where you grew up, it doesn't matter what's going on around you. You know, what people say, how they label you. If you just listen to that calling, that inner power of yours that tells you there's something more, there's something greater that you don't know, follow that inner voice, even though you don't know how. If you just start, God will make sure that He does open doors and He brings people to you. So to answer your question is, I've never believed that I would have like experienced all of them at the same time, because I knew that I've always been a speaker. I'm very talkative. I didn't know that me being a speaker, God will use it as a vessel, you know, to empower others, to make a difference in other people's lives.
You know, like you did mention, like one thing that you thrive for is to actually highlight your background. You want people to see you for where you come from.
Yes.
You know, like growing, you did mention that you grew up in rural areas where there was no source of inspiration. You know, like there was nothing like tangible that you wanted to become. You didn't see it there. But for you to actually be who you are right now, you know, like where did the inspiration come from?
Oh, first of all, I'm very, very proud. I'm proud to where I was raised, where I come from. I'm very proud of being rural. Oh my God. I think that's one thing that humbles me.
Yes.
You go through everything for a reason. If it wasn't for the fact that I grew up in the rural areas, if it wasn't for the fact that I grew up not having everything that I wanted, I don't think I would be here. You know, it's amazing when you know that you don't have certain things, but you will get to a point where you have them.
Yes.
Growing up in certain circumstances ground us, you know, discipline us. They give us integrity. They humble us, and God loves humble people. There's nothing that pleases God than being humble. This inspiration really, really started years ago when I was employed as an employee. And I was working with clients. You know, I was employed at customer service. I was a customer service consultant. So I was working with clients, you know, customer service consultant, you know, problems, you know, you have to sort out queries and all that. Customers swear, they yell. And when I had a connection with clients, when people used to say, but why is clients not rude to you? Why are they so kind to you? Why are they so understandable with you? It's because I understood them. It's because I had a connection. I connected with them. I would literally put my feet into their own shoes. If somebody calls and say, I have a problem, this is what happened, I would say, but that's not fair. You know, I would ask myself, if it was me, how would I feel? If it was me, how would I want that problem to be sorted? So I always put myself in there and say, you know what? Treating the other person the way you like to be treated will be good at anything. But I didn't know this led to my calling, this led to my gift of I'm actually born to treat people the way they would like to be treated.
Wow,
you
that
know,
is amazing.
The love for humanity. It started there.
Wait, okay, so now you did mention that you started as a customer care consultant, right?
Yeah.
You were,
hello.
hey.
How can I help you?
We're still chilling. So you started there working, right?
Yeah.
So now, like, how did it, like, how did you actually find, I mean, I understand that the calling, that's where it started, where you discovered that you actually wanted to help people, you wanted to actually solve people's problems, you connect with people. But now, as an employee, what led you to actually stop being an employee to being Bobby?
Yeah, I love that question. When I started wanting more for my team, when I started wanting more for my team out of the work, out of the employment, when I started wanting to see them in peace, to see them happy, to see them flourish in their relationships, in their marriages, in their friendships, that's when I was like, this is more. I would want to know, how was their day, how was their weekend, are they okay, how are they feeling, is there anything that I could say, is there anything that I could do to make their day feel better. They used to come to me with problems, and I didn't know that what I said actually made a difference in their lives. They will come back and say, you know what, Bobby, I really don't know what you're doing, but you really, really need to take this seriously, because you have something in you that you're not aware of. I was like, and then because I'm a reader, I love reading. I believe that as much as we feed our stomach, we need to feed our brains as well. And you can only feed your brain with words. So when I started reading words, good words, God's words, powerful, positive self-development books, self-growth books. I wanted to know more about the gift that I have. And I was like, this feels good. I really feel good. This feels amazing. It brought me fulfillment. Because fulfillment, you can't buy it. I believe it comes from a calling. When you pursue your calling, when there's something that you love doing, that when you're doing it, it brings you a sense of peace. Like even if the world is falling apart, by doing that, you're like, I'm at ease.
Like you talking about your journey, your career, and what you do. Like, I can see how much you love it, because like your veins are popping out. You're like, girl, hear me. So like now, okay, we're not talking about work. You discover that you actually love doing this through the customer service job, and we're thankful for that, because you got to discover what you love, what you're passionate about. Like I wanna take it back to home now, your hometown. Like
my favorite place.
Yes, where there was actually nothing whatsoever actually pushing you towards, like being a mental life coach, being a speaker, being a motivational speaker, you know what I mean? Like what inspired you? Like what made you want to be saying, you know what? Yes, I may be from a rural area where there's nothing.
Things are limited.
Limited, yes, like no resources. And you actually became this powerful woman that you were like, you know what? If I'm not doing it for myself, I'm going to do it for where I come from, because I also want them to be inspired.
Of course.
Yes.
Yeah. I love that. You nailed it. I believe each and every person has God in them.
Yes.
I believe we are guided by God every day. God is telling us, and He's making us see a life that we deserve.
Yes.
I grew up in the rural areas where I'm very blessed to grow up there, because if it wasn't for that, I wouldn't be where I am today. Where there was no motivation. Like you get out of the gate, this is what you see. You don't see anything broader than that. But the voice that I had, God spoke to me. I believe that God puts images in each and everybody. God puts an image of the life that you're supposed to live. But most of us, we think it's just a dream. We don't realize it's the life that He created for you. Remember when the Bible says He knew you before you were born. So how can you create somebody, know a person, and you don't create their lives. So our lives was created before we even born. So the images that we see is the life that actually God says, this is the life that you're gonna live. You know, I hold on to that. And when I had an intimate and a connection with God, my calling and my passion and my belief and my faith became more stronger. Even when I wake up, even when I went to bed without food, but my faith became strong. I was like, it will get better. There's just something in each and everybody that says it will get better. But it's up to you. Do you choose to take that path? Do you choose to believe in the unknown, or do you choose to want to see the known? So I chose to believe in the unknown and say, you know what, God, because the connection was stronger. You know, like I said, when you have a relationship with God, the connection becomes stronger. Like you believe in the in the heavenly things, not the earthly things. So this is what got me here today. Even not having mentors, my mentor was God. You know, God mentored me. God was there for me. God, He was leading me, was protecting me, was providing me. And He brought all those people like you and other women that I'm empowering to say that, you know what, even when you're feeling like this, you're going to make it. I mean, my gift is not mine. Each and everybody's gift is not theirs. It's for somebody. So people tend to believe that if you have a calling, then which means you need to know everything. You need to be what you are telling people most of the time. And you shouldn't have sad days. You are going to have that because your gift is not yours. Because if God makes your life perfect, you wouldn't see your gift as a value. You would think a gift belongs to you, but it doesn't belong to you. It belongs to God.
That is amazing. Like speaking of... So ladies and gentlemen, we are definitely back with the one, the only. It's Bobby Kwanele. Literally, we actually talked about the beginning stages of your career and how you actually came from the rural areas to where you are.
The beginning.
Yes, you know, like the beginning to where you are now. To actually you winning an award for women empowerment. You know, like now let us take it to there. You know, like because you mentioned one thing, you never knew what women empowerment was, and for you as a young woman to actually be honored enough to actually walk that stage, to actually showcase your work. You know, like how, like, can you just move us through that? How did that moment feel? How did it actually change your years of tears, of hard work, of crying and pain? How did it change?
It changed it in a very massive way, in a very phenomenal way. Like I said, I grew up in the rural areas. My beginnings, you know, you never knew that your gift can make a room for you. God says you have to make a room for you, but you never actually believe it until you experience it. And when you're helping women, when you're helping human beings, for me, it's not only about women, it's about everybody. You know, like I said, I have the love for humanity. I understand the human being. I know how powerful and great and that everybody's destined for greatness. Doesn't matter who you are. So when somebody noticed me and said, she deserved that because I'm where I am because of her, no, that's amazing.
Oh, that is amazing.
I mean, people nominate you. People vote for you. People won't vote for you if you don't deserve it. People won't nominate you if you don't deserve it.
That's true.
We're doing it. You follow your calling and your passion, not because you want to be rewarded. But when somebody says, you know what, she's actually making a difference in my life, and they pick you and say, you know what, you deserve to be up there. You deserve to add value in what you do. You know, now the price is up.
So like speaking of you know, like motivation, I want to find out who motivates you, Bobby.
I always tell my clients that everybody needs to have a mentor and a life coach. There is no way. Your gift is not for you, it's for other people. So you need to have somebody that will push you. A doctor can't heal themselves, right?
True. You
need somebody to heal you. For me, firstly, it's God. You know, God. I put God in the center of everything. He gives me peace. He gives me fulfillment. My mom believes in me in a way that sometimes I wonder, what does she see in me? You know, the greatness that I see in people is the greatness that she sees in me. She's like, I know the girl that I gave birth to. It's a must. She needs to be something. I can feel it. That's my baby. Like the faith, the belief, the support that she gives me. The woman around me, you know, women like you, that whenever I'm down, they're like, no. Girl, do you know who you are? Can I remind you who you are? You're Bobby. you know who's Bobby. I'm like, oh, okay, now I come back. I remember, oh, that's me. Thank you so much.
So like speaking of, I mean, we did touch on your, you know, like the women around you.
Yes.
But I just like, speaking of women, what does power and women mean to you?
Women are divine creatures.
Yes.
We are not just helpers.
Uh-huh.
We are divine helpers.
Yeah.
We are given a gift that men don't have.
Yeah.
We are given a gift that we don't realize how powerful it is. We are the creation. We create. God gave us an opportunity to carry a baby for 9 months.
Yes.
I mean, you were trusted with that huge thing. Who do you think you are? You are phenomenal.
Yeah.
It's not just a saying. So what I do is I tend to teach women that the more they connect with their inner power, the more they connect with their divine power, they are able to solve any problem, build families, you know, build their communities, build men, and do anything.
You know, like speaking of women, like women, there's so much that a woman takes on. Being a mother, being a sister, being a girlfriend, being a giver, you know, like you're always giving.
Yeah.
But how do you get to a point where, as a woman, you are able to be all of those things, but also stay true in your power as a woman?
Wow. We are naturally givers. Like it's our nature. You can never run away from that. That's why sometimes when you give too much, you get drained because you're a natural giver.
Yes.
You know, God made you like that.
Yeah.
That is one of the best blessings you could ever have, to see somebody making it, to give somebody, to share with your neighbor. But at the same time, you have to remind yourself that in order for you to be a healthy giver, it starts with you.
Yes.
Yeah, you can be a giver, but do you want to be a healthy giver or not?
Yes.
So in order for you to be a healthy giver, it starts with you. Give yourself. Fill your cup first. Love yourself, because I believe you cannot give people what you're not.
Yeah.
You only give people what you are.
True.
So when you work on yourself, build yourself, and not forgetting your truth.
Yes.
Life is truth. Anything is truth. Like, you want to have a good life, you want to be at peace, you want to have fulfillment, the only answer is truth. So staying in your own truth will open doors for you.
True.
Staying in your own truth will bring good people to you. Staying in your own truth will give you good people, will give you good family.
Yes.
You will connect with people, you will change people's lives. Truth, that's it. Make sure that you stay in your truth.
Yeah, true. But how do, like, I mean, you mentioning that you, like, as a woman, we are natural givers, right? But how do you, like, sometimes we are givers, and we actually forget that our cups are not being filled. How do we get to a point where now we make sure that we're like, listen, I also want my cup to be filled. You know, because sometimes you never realize how drained you are until it's the last drop. You're like, man, what am I doing? You know, so like, how do you get to a point where you actually realize that, man, my cup is not being filled, and then now you take a stance and a moment to be like, now I need to fill Kwaksy's cup, I need to fill my cup. How do I get to that point?
You need to know that it's not people's responsibility to fill your cup.
Yes.
It is your own responsibility. And sometimes we turn to fill people's cup and forget our cup because of certain things that we have within us.
Yes.
And when people don't fill your cup, then you start to feel it drains you. So that is why it's so important that you fill your cup. Once your cup is filled, then you have no space to fill, and then you take whatever is left, you fill it into other people.
Yes. Oh wow, that is powerful. You know, like, as a life coach, a mental coach, man, a woman empowerment. Second runner up.
Thank you.
You know, like, you go around the world and inspiring people.
Yes.
But what inspires you? And who inspires you, to be honest?
Oh my God. To be honest with you, I really do not have like a specific person, but life inspires me. I really don't think we are grateful of the gifts that we have. Just going out of your house, just seeing people running on the streets, seeing kids smiling, you know, experiencing new environment, new language, new culture. That should inspire. That inspires me.
Wow.
To be honest, it does inspire me. Just to see people, like I said, the love for humanity for me is amazing. Even when I see a person in a state of negativity, that inspires me. because it makes me realize how blessed I am not to be in that state.
Yeah.
You know, each and everything, it's either good or bad. You need to find a way where you get inspired.
Yeah,
to
true.
know how blessed you are. So for me, life itself, when I look around, I get inspired.
Oh, that is amazing. You know, like speaking of life, you know, like from a young girl, like growing up, did you ever think of your life that you'll be sitting here, you'll be receiving those awards, you'll be getting interviewed by one of the most renowned radio broadcasters?
Wow.
Like, did it ever cross your mind?
Never.
Wow.
No, I have to be honest. Like I said, I've always had that voice, and I would have images. But you know, when they say God, you dream and God gives you 10 times than what you've dreamed of.
Yes.
I've never thought of that, and I am so grateful. It humbles me.
Yeah.
I'm very grateful for life.
Yes.
I'm very grateful to God. Like, I will always stay humble because I know that what I am, what I've become, what I'm becoming, it's not me. That it's God. It's not me.
Oh,
He just trusted me with that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Ooh. You know, like speaking of humbleness, you know, for a person who has, you know, like achieved so much at a young age.
Thank you.
You're welcome. You know, like people actually get to be inspired by your journey, by your life. Not like, even so, when you look at your journey and your life, you look at it and be like, man, this journey was hard.
Ooh.
But when other people look at it, they're like, wow, it's more like, this lady is so powerful and inspirational. You know, like looking back, like how does that, you know, like that notion actually like fathoms you, to be honest?
You know, most of the time, people always see the destination.
Yes.
People always see the final result.
Yes.
And they see that because they don't live with you. And they don't know.
Yeah.
So it's always like, okay, maybe you got lucky. Oh, okay, maybe there's somebody you knew. All right, maybe she knows people in the industry. Da, 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 da. But you can't blame people because they don't live with you. They don't know what you're going through.
Yeah.
But the truth is, each and every greatest thing that you can ever achieve, or any great thing that was ever created, it was created under difficult circumstances.
Yes.
That's how
true.
God molds you. That's how God builds you to become the person that He will be pleased with.
Yeah.
Before He can literally open that huge door for you. So you have to go through that. So if there's anybody out there who's going through hell, because you have to go through hell in order for you to reach heaven.
Yeah.
I say, hang on. It is the process. You have to be there. You can't. There's no shortcuts when it comes to this. Unfortunately, this is what I tell all women out there.
Yes.
I cannot. If you come to me, want me to mentor you, to coach you,
Yeah.
I can't tell you what you want to hear. There's no shortcuts. You have to go through this.
Yeah.
That's when God dips you into a liquid to see that, are you becoming what I want you to become?
Yes.
Are you ready for whatever blessings
Yes.
I'm going to give you? So when people tell you that I've went through this, believe them, it is true. People are not just faking it. Because most of the time we go through 10 years of hell, and then 2 years of, you start to see 2 years of heaven, and you think, oh, she just started yesterday.
True.
Yeah.
I mean, like, that is so true. As you mentioning, like, people don't get to see the hardships, you know, like the behind the scenes.
Yeah.
You crying at night because that door is not opening, not knowing that God is actually preparing for a bigger door, like a better door that you never actually imagined, you know. So like I want to ask you, you know, like I always ask all my chillers, like, what is purpose for you? What makes your life purposeful?
Oof. Before we get to that, when you say cry at night, you know, sometimes we always talk about this.
Yes.
Why is it that we have to try 10 times more than other people?
Yes.
We're not the only ones. Maybe 80% of the people are saying, why do I have to try harder?
True.
Why do I have to show up 5 times?
Yes.
You know, why do I have to do that? Some other people are getting it easier. You know, we have seasons in life. You know, sometimes you may think somebody got it easier.
Yes.
But you don't know it's their season.
You don't know,
You know, understanding seasons really, really gave me peace and gave me fulfillment to be happy for the other person. And not say, when it's me, why me? Because just because I don't know what they went through doesn't mean that they didn't go through what I went through. So understanding that there's seasons, God loves everybody in this world. So I think that will help the movers, I mean the Kwaksys, chilling with Kwaksy, the chillers.
But we do move here, right? So we want to find out.
To actually help them to move forward.
True.
So a purpose, oh my God, Purpose is my mission on earth.
Yes.
Yeah. Simple as that. This is what I'm
Wow.
here for. If you know your mission that God sent you to do,
Yeah.
you are fulfilled.
Wow.
I mean, you cannot want to fulfill other people's missions.
Yes.
The only mission that you will really be grateful to fulfill, even without any money, it's God's mission. And I'm up for it anytime.
Yes.
Yeah. So it means the world. I will literally sacrifice my life for God's mission.
Oh wow, that is so beautiful and powerful. Bobby, thank you so much for joining us. It has been an honor chilling with you. You know, here on the Chillers Couch, we say till we meet again, because once you've joined the CK family, you're not going anywhere, sis.
No. I'm here to stay.
You're here to stay.
Yeah.
So thank you so much for joining us and sharing your life's work with us and your mission. You know, like sharing the chillers that it doesn't get you this. It started somewhere where you had to put in the work, where you had to, you know, like tears, hard work, where you didn't have to wear my clothes, but you had to travel in order to get to the woman that you are.